We might be live.
We might be live?
We might.
We might? I hope so.
We might.
We are? I can see something happening.
We are. We are live. Officially
We're
live.
officially live. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the greatest vlog in the world. My name is Jeff, your favorite tour guide in Madeira. And we are, in fact, live in my living room. So it looks like is there a delay there? Am I going to be looking at myself?
No.
Anyway, we're with you guys. We've got this crazy setup going on here. We've got lights, camera, action. We're going to be talking about a couple of things. So thank you for everyone who's waiting. Sorry that we're late. And I hope it wasn't too much of an inconvenience to get you guys here. André has been stressing with the computer and everything to get everything online. So I hope I am in fact speaking to you guys, and hello. For those of you who are going to be watching this video after the live stream has happened, we're going to be talking about Madeira and a whole lot of other stuff. So I'm sure you'll be able to find some value here, and we've got lots of things to go through. So we're going to be answering questions. I've got all my notes down here, so don't forget anything, but we are going to be answering questions from you guys. So we're going to hang out for the next hour or so. You guys can send in your questions on the comments in this video, and I'm going to be here to answer them. So that's what we're talking about over there. I am, in fact, in my living room. This is my sofa, and this is where I have been living for the last 4 weeks. As you can see, I'm wrapped up. Didn't want to talk about that too much. I'm sure it'll come up at some point. But I had a surgery on my shoulder, good things to get things resolved. And that was already 4 weeks ago. So things are going well in terms of recovery. And that's what that is. We're also going to speak today a little bit about what's coming up next. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be in front of the computer. It's going to be great. And basically, our Patreon account is going to get one big overhaul in a good way. So if you're not clued up onto what Patreon is and what we do on our Patreon account, basically Patreon is a social media platform which allows for people to support content creators financially. So it's like a reward system. For only €4.50, you can support this channel and buy us a poncho, for instance. And of course, the more you guys support, the better content we can bring to you guys, because that's what we're doing. And today, a little bit later, once, if we've got some dead air or something, if we're not busy with hundreds of questions from you guys, then I'm going to be telling you a little bit about our Patreon account and how it goes. And what we're going to be doing the next few weeks. So, Andrea, how's it looking? Do we have people there?
We have 14 people currently. I'm just trying to see if anyone can comment, because I don't know.
I've never seen Andrea this white. So he's
very.
I think poor guy just lost a couple of days of longevity with all the stress. So we're all here. If you guys are there, let us know what's the audio like, what's the what's things looking like to you guys, and let's get on with it.
Okay, we have people commenting finally. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it.
I can barely see it.
You can barely see it.
Quite a distance.
My God. Okay, maybe I have to read it to you and see if I can put this bigger or something.
Sure.
But we have Evan Jones saying, "I came from the other link. Thanks for the note, Andre," because I was there, come to the other, please come to the other one.
Yeah, so guys, we had a little bit of technical difficulty. It's the first time we're actually setting up this kind of process. So we're on a learning curve, but it looks like we're all good. Next, we have anything else?
We have Evan Jones saying audio is good, but your arm looks broken.
My arm, yeah. So basically what happened was I dislocated this shoulder many times over the past kind of 10 years. I had one big accident 8 to 10 years ago, skateboarding, popped it out, and I think that was when the majority of the damage was done. But then after that, popped out a few other times because, that's just the way this kind of mechanism works, the shoulder. So basically I had to restitch one of the tendons inside here. And of course, there's a lot of healing that happens. So for the first 4 weeks post-surgery, your arm is immobilized. And in my circumstances, my surgeon told me not to move it. I'm seeing him on Thursday, and hopefully on Friday we start physio. So that's the That's the story with mom. So I haven't been doing much. I've been playing PlayStation, you know, putting out any fires that I can, and of course asking for help from everybody. And to calm the nerves, I got a little gin tonic over here. If anyone can guess where the gin's from, you know, you get yourself 5 points.
Can you see it now?
I can see it now, yes.
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Now
It's
Jeff
working.
can
Hey,
see
Jeff.
it.
Rest behind the camera. Great to see you. Shoulder. Great. Glad your shoulder got finally fixed. Well, you keep moving it now.
Sorry. Is it fine now?
Looking forward to our next trip. Yes, Miri, looking forward to having you, and thank you for being around. I'm super happy this is happening. How's the weather in Madeira? We have snow in the UK. Oh my God, John. I wouldn't want to be in the UK right now, I can tell you that much. But I do love the UK, and I love to be out there, and we quite miss it. The weather, we've been getting winds from the south the last 3 to 4 weeks. So we're in Funchal at the moment. We've got the south winds coming over. And I believe from what I've heard from our drivers, that up in the mountains, it's been a little bit rainy, a little bit cloudy. So it's been great for adventures. And if you know me, then you know that that's the kind of weather I like to be working in, because it's nice and cool, it's adventurous, and we've got the 4x4, so hell yeah, it's been good. We've got 2 cats, John. One is Mia, who's over here somewhere playing with the lights and the PlayStation, and then Sharona is around here somewhere. She's usually quite camera shy, so we don't know if we'll see her. So I cannot drive. Din Din, hey Din Din, how you doing? Great to see you back from Trinidad, right? Great you're back. No, I cannot drive at all. I'm going to be not driving for probably the next couple of weeks. And my idea is that I'll start, once the physio or the surgeon says I can drive, then I will be driving around, but not working, because of course working demands a little bit extra work, you know, opening, closing doors and being out and about. So that'll take a little bit longer. I'm hoping that I'll be on the road, hit the road, doing what I love to do in about 2 months. And you guys will be the first to know, and I'll tell you soon how. Is that all we got? Since if it's not, I think
Keep
people
them coming. Keep them coming, guys.
I think people just come here for Christmas, for the Christmas live streams, eh? Or when there's alcohol involved. But anyway, you guys can guess. I'm having the freshest gin tonic in Madeira, the best gin in Madeira. You can guess where or who it is.
We have 22 people currently in stream.
Cheers, guys. I'm going to have a sip of my gin tonic, and we're going to get right back into it.
Enjoy, man.
Yes, lots of poncha on the way, Mr. Gonçalves. So, of course, I can't be getting too hammered when I've got to be looking after this, because, you know, I can't bump it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I've got to be careful with the poncha, but very soon, yes. I actually wanted to have one today. I couldn't make it. Whoa, Funchal. Whoa, I missed that one Funchal of the 1st of May. Can we go up just a little bit? Is May the 1st a holiday here? Is it not Workers' Day? I think it might be Workers' Day.
Yeah, the 1st of May, yeah, it is.
I think the 1st of May is in fact a holiday. I think it's Workers' Day. There's another one there. My wife and I, coming to Madeira, we'll book with you guys. Yes, best thing you can do. Another couple join us for one day. Do you think? Sorry.
Sorry.
Do you think a tour would work with them too? Of course. You can either do a private tour and have just the 4 of you together and do like a friend tour kind of thing. When you divide it per person, it works out to more or less the same. Or you can join a shared tour, and there'll be another 2 people with you to make a party if you want to meet more people. So yeah, keep on rolling. Let's see. Looking forward to the tour, just 3 weeks away. Joe, you're gonna love it. Best thing to do in Madeira, for sure, like I've been saying. What is your favorite place to visit in Madeira? From John Lloyd. Oof, that's a tough one. But there's probably about 15 to 20 different restaurants and bars that I can reference. And again, all of that is in our Patreon account. I think there was one above Kathy there. I hope you guys are digging this. We're trying to. Jeff, hope you're recovering well. Friend Taylor. Taylor, much love to you, brother. Look forward to returning Madeira October. I'll be back by then. Yes. Madeira October, yes. However, I will be on honeymoon, so you might not see me, but you'll definitely see someone from Hit the Road. We've got all the rock stars on the road. Joe, First time visiting Madeira, can't wait for all the culture, hiking, food and drinks. Most definitely, man. And you're going to get a whole lot of that on our tours. Miri, just sitting there in your t-shirt, I know. The last week or so, actually, I've been in the veranda in shorts, t-shirt, and barefoot. Bear in mind, I'm living in one of the best microclimates in Madeira. So, but still Madeira. I just mean because they don't get around so well, I don't think they could walk much. Oh, the other couple, Evan. Yes, we adapt for everybody, you know. So, again, if you're on a private tour, even better because then you get the guide and the vehicle to yourself. So you can, you know, you don't have to walk anywhere if you don't have to. But you know, that's all personalized. So definitely and always a good idea. Probably for long hikes for just us, but I don't know if we could do a more accessible tour with all. Yes, you can, Evan, in the Jeep. In the Jeep, we can do the whole day of exploring, and you know, we can do, if they want to do a little walk, they can. If they don't want to do any walking, then you know, we can do that too as well. So absolutely no problem. Book your tour, you're going to love it. Tim, my wife and I just married last week. Congratulations, we're getting married in September.
Congratulations.
Traveling next September to Madeira for our honeymoon. Fantastic. Ours is in October. Well, actually, still September. Hey, babe, are you excited? I think. Do you guys want Veronica to come and say hi? Just comment. We gotta convince her. Anyway, sorry. Do you recommend staying seaside in the old town for a base camp? I wouldn't recommend in the old town because it's a little bit busy. So maybe you know you want something quiet and to yourselves kind of thing. Somewhere in the Lido would be quieter if you want to stay in Funchal or higher up in the mountains or even further away, but then that might be a whole another situation. But yes, you definitely want to be seaside. Why not? Come on. I would say go for the Lido, seaside, yes. Congrats, Tim, yes. I wish I could meet you on my trip there, but you'll still be recovering. Din, when are you coming? Maybe there are other things happening, but yeah, let me know. Kathy says, hi, Veronica.
Hi.
It's one of our Kathys. I don't know how many Kathys are watching. Kathy Simpson.
Sorry to interrupt, but guys, let us know if the audio is fine and if the image is cool.
Definitely.
So, yeah. And if it's synced, like the image with the sound as well. So we know.
There is hope, Tim. I love it. I'm feeling the same way. I'm starting to get used to this married life. Alan and Sue, hello. Welcome. Evan, the rental car prices are insane. Are there cheaper ways to do hikes and get up there early without a rental car, Uber, taxi? Yes, taxi is the best in my opinion. But of course, you can get in touch with us. We can help you with that. But yes, rental cars. And I don't want to be hating on any rental car companies. Anyone's watching this is going to be like, oh, he's speaking bad of rental car companies. Like, look, I got my opinion just like everybody else does. And for hiking in Madeira, I don't think that renting a car is the best way to do it. I'm sorry, I don't. Just because there's a lot of hikes that you do that are circular. No. If there were more circular hikes, it would be better. But there are hikes that start in one place, start in the and end in another. And then, of course, a lot of people don't go to the right places to get the information. So I could name a couple of walks, for instance, that I'm driving past and I see tourists walking up a tarred road on their vacation for 2-3 hours because they saw information online that said that the hike was circular and it wasn't. And now they have to walk back to their car, and there's 3 hours of walking back to 2 or 3 hours of walking back to your car, of which all sorts of things could happen. If there was any kind of fight during the hike, you know, with your girlfriend, or if you were waiting for dinner or something, it's like those 3 hours could make or break your day. Do you really want to like have that kind of headache on vacation? I know I don't. When I go on vacation, I want to be looked after, and the best way to do hikes is to get transport there and back. We can help you. Email us. Audio is good. Kat is missing. Yes. Well, she's over here actually. She might come up here in a bit. Looking sounding great. Hi Jeff. We have a small dog and consider Madeira for more than just visiting. How easy would it be if a pup were involved in terms of accommodation, places I can visit, etc. Coming from the UK, I don't see why it would be a difficulty with accommodation, especially if you're looking at like Airbnbs. I think that would be the route I'd go. Just message them. I don't know how hotels handle dogs. To be honest, I don't know which ones do and don't. But you can definitely check out with an Airbnb. Personally, I use booking.com. That's the way I book stuff. But you can just send them a message and be like, hey, we got a dog. Can we bring it? Should be fine. Generally, things are quite pet friendly over here. So I wouldn't have too much of a problem with that, I don't think. Yeah, we are there for 9 days. How many days booking with you guys is too much? How many days booking with us is too much? Evan is 9 days. Right? You don't want to be out with us every single day. But then again, it also depends on how many times you're going to come back here. You know, if you're going to come back here in a couple of years, then you don't have to do so much. I recommend at least one trip. I recommend doing that trip in the first week of the vacation, the first couple of days, because then you're with a guide for the whole day and you can ask that guide questions with the rest of the trip about restaurants, bars, activities, other things. You can have a local to pick his brain. So I would say that. But East and West is always a great tour, and Sunrise is an adventure. So East, West, and Sunrise, which is only a half day, should get you more than enough. And the great thing about the Sunrise is because you're up so early, when you're out and adventuring, when you come back, it's like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. You still got the whole day ahead of you. So that's a little bonus for you if you're willing to put in the work to see a sunrise. So yes, that's that. 2.5 days. Then I'm still amazed with how mountainous Madeira is. Yes, it is, and I can't wait to get back in the mountains. I've got a big walk later. We'll talk about that later. So we are going to be talking about the big walk, Madeira's big hiking expedition. Is early October still reasonably warm for swimming? Yes, definitely. I swim in October. I only stop swimming because I'm also quite lazy. Towards the end of November is when it gets a little bit too cool for me. But all the retired lizards, you know, all the 60-year-old retired Madeiran men are all swimming throughout November, December, January, and February in the sea, 18 degrees Celsius. So 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. In October, it would probably be about 20. South side, not north side. Again, also all matters. But yes, definitely good to go. The question, hi from Cape Town. Hello, André. Awesome to have people from Cape Town watching. What's up to all my South African friends and family? Awesome to have you guys here.
Yo, Jeff, I have some stuff for you to react. Some
yes,
news.
So we're gonna get to that in a second.
All right, just tell me when.
Let's wrap this one up. So best place in Funchal to get poncha at the moment. I'm gonna stick my neck out and say the Madeira Rum House is very good with poncha because I just think it's like my favorites, but I wouldn't say the best. You know, maybe Gey de Poncha, the Poncha King. If you want lots of people and a bit of a vibe, like on a Friday afternoon, that's a good place to go. Again, Patreon. We're going to talk about that later. Hello, guys. Lots of old men in Speedos, I bet. Yes, Tim. Reading the paper, catching sun, being all macho. I'll be like, oh. Can we bring a drone to see, take videos on the tours? Joe, yes, you can. If you are on a group tour, though, so if you're on a shared tour, you have to take in mind the time of the other guests who are with you on a tour. If you're on a private tour, you can take as long as you want. But obviously, you know, if we've got a group together, we have to do the best for the group. So, La Vaca Negra, best for meat lovers. Yes, definitely. I can't wait to be back in La Vaca Negra once I can cut my own steak. And yes, Joe, if you have a private tour, then no problem, bring it along. And we're going to film all of that stuff for you. We're going to help you film. I don't fly drones that aren't mine. Anyway, please do. You're going to have a great time. So we're going to move on to a little section. We're going to get back into the questions. So if you got questions, go ahead and hit them up. But we're going to do a little bit of a change of pace here. Andrea's got some things to show me. So what we're going to be doing now is like a little bit of a reaction video. Do you want to test if everything is good?
Yeah, everything is good. So you can still see the chat.
Right.
If people wanna just react alongside you. We have, as you know, we have BTL going on in Lisbon.
Well, just yeah, I think it just finished.
Just finished.
But-
So, and we have our Secretary of Tourism just got elected as Personality of the Year.
Fantastic.
So, what do you think about this?
Well, I don't know him personally. I would love to. If he's watching, hello, Eduardo, Senor Eduardo. Always a pleasure to be around him, and I think he's doing a great job. So I love the fact that he's a classic car man. I think he's quite charismatic, and I think he's absolutely everything that Madeira needs. I mean, I'm not political, you know, I don't know what's going on with Visit Madeira and stuff like that, you know. Some people, you know, have their opinions about, you know, what things are like and who's doing a good job and who isn't, you know. Like, I'm just trying to do my best job and move along, and I hope that everyone else around me is doing the same. But I've got nothing bad to say about Visit Madeira at all. So, again, I'm a small little fish in the sea, but I think they've been doing a great job. And yeah, I hope that maybe one day we can have him on this vlog.
never know.
It'd be great to have the man behind tourism in Madeira behind the vlog. I'm already starting to see this. It's the gin. Has anyone guessed what the gin is yet?
But this is important for Madeira, right? So,
Okay,
Personality of the Year is the Secretary of Tourism of Madeira. So,
Yeah.
this is really cool, right?
Oh, of course, man. But I am, of course, a little bit jealous that it wasn't me.
Of course.
I've still got like 30 years to look like him, though. Maybe that's too much. 20 years. I don't know how old is.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
How old is he? I mean, he's probably in like what? His late
I have
40s.
no idea. That's a question.
And you know, we're just gonna mature with age. So you know, you're looking at the next,
Exactly.
the future personality of the year.
The next thing, Jeff, is that Chef Júlio Pereira from Campo and Aqua will
Yes.
do the TAP's Local Stars project, which is like when people come from TAP to Madeira, they get like little snacks, and those little snacks will be made by Chef Júlio Pereira now.
That's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I think that's awesome. Just so you guys know, I will get to the comments in a section, in a second. But
As you
yes,
can see, business class on board menus.
again, Chef Júlio Pereira, I would love to, of course, sit down with the man at some point in his restaurant. Be epic. I've tried to bring his restaurant to the vlog before, so I think we're gonna make it a real priority to let you guys know about Campo and Akua, which is just meaning I've just seen in the corner of my eye, Jackie Nunes is there, who took me and Veronica to Akua a couple of months ago. Jackie, yes, you have in fact guessed right. So let me quickly get up. You want to check what else you've got there, André? But
No, well, I'm good.
this is what we got. So I can put it closer up.
Yeah, I think
Can
so. Yeah, sure.
Check
Go
it
ahead.
out.
Go
Do I-
ahead. Wait a second, just a little bit higher.
A little bit higher.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is.
New bottle, way.
New bottle, new concepts. New bottle, new concepts. So let me sit down. So Reizinho is of course our favorite rum maker in Madeira. It's a specialty distillery that makes authentic Madeiran rum, and they are doing aged rums. And now they have just launched this gin. It's brand new, right? Just been bottled. We went to pick it up today, and on Saturday we're going to be heading out that way to film it, which is coming up next in next week's episode. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, hit the little bell notification so you know that it's us when our video comes out every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Madeira time. You will find us, even if we're, you know, in a sling. So the next couple of videos will be in a sling. But anyway, you got more for us, André?
I got just one more thing,
One
which
more
is
thing?
kind of, you know, controversial among
we love
tourists. And I want to know
love it.
your opinion, which is like this.
Entries at Cabo Girão. Okay, yes, entries at Cabo Girão. So from now on, we actually do need to update a lot of things in our tours. For instance, that on our West tour, we're stopping at Cabo Girão, and now people have to pay to get in. I believe from March 6th.
Since yesterday.
So yes, you do have to pay to get into Cabo Girão. It's quite cheap. I can't remember what the price is. I got the email about it. I think it's like €2 or $2.50 or something like
Let's
that.
try to find. Probably it's here.
So
It's not here.
Yeah, well, it's something small like that, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm never against people charging for services. That my only, and again, not politically aligned in anything myself. So if the money is used for something good, you know, for maintaining it, for sustainability, for even charity would be nice, then I'm by far not against it. Also, I think maybe it'll keep the crowds a little bit less. As long as that money gets put to use and doesn't disappear into some fat politician's pocket, then I'm cool with it. Should we get in the comments?
Yes,
Let's get it. Let's see some of the comments.
Let's do that. Let me just.
Do you have more to show me, or
Not yet, not yet. So
okay?
in a while.
So I got a couple of questions. I got one. I don't know if you saw the one on WhatsApp. I sent you the things on WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, you want me to show it or just talk?
Yeah. So I did ask for some questions. Unfortunately, I wasn't very persuasive online because I've been a little bit off. Does garlic pork go well with poncha? I'll answer that in a second. But we have one question here from Kathy, from all the way from Switzerland. He says, "Where is the Swiss chocolate store on the island?" And you know that's going to be me and you, baby. We're going to start the first Swiss chocolate store in Madeira. Why the hell not? But yeah, I wish we had some Swiss chocolate. Love Switzerland and can't wait to get out there. Andrea, this one is going to be for you.
For me?
Yeah, because I need this. I can't think of anything. But
Okay.
This is from Rodolfo from the Memory Shop,
Okay.
aka Ogitref in Instagram language, in the Instagram handle. Says saddest movie title with 6 words only.
Saddest movie title with 6 words only.
Maybe you can think about that.
Oh my
one.
God. Saddest movie title.
Yeah. Next one. You think about that.
I'm gonna think about it.
Annika, thank you very much. Hope you're watching. And well, I wanted to say something in Afrikaans and I can't. What do I say? Gesondheid. That's like bless you, isn't it? I'm very bad, very bad with Afrikaans. I'm sorry for everyone who's watching. When I was younger, I was very ignorant and didn't learn my Afrikaans. I'm not very good with languages. I'm not very good with memories. Kind of a hands-on kind of person. And unfortunately, I wasn't good at Afrikaans. And for the last 13, 14 years, I've been living in Madeira. No Afrikaans. So, you know, cheers is what I'm going to say.
Okay. I have it.
And I got a question. Oh, you have it? Did you?
I have it.
You didn't use ChatGPT?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't. I just wrote it. So, saddest movie title in 6 words. And I'm sorry that I left the from your name, which is like, okay, Jeff Gouveia is out of Poncha.
That is a very sad movie, and
Title.
I hope that it'll never be made. So Annika asking, hi, how much does a second-hand good quality Toyota Quantum cost? First of all, I'd have to find out which one the Quantum is, which I think I know which one it is, and I would have to check for you. So because you're a Patreon member, you have that kind of privilege, and also, of course, a good friend and family. But yes, we will check out for. I'll check out for you. I've got no idea. There are secrets onto how to find the best cars in Madeira and the best prices of cars in Madeira for those who are looking for second-hand cars. And this is one of the things that I want to bring up with Patreon, which we'll do later, because for the next 4 weeks, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be in front of the computer, in front of the keyboard. So all of this fantastic admin side that we love so much is going to start getting done, which, you know, one of them is about how to buy a car for that level of Patreon. But Dale, okay, should we go back to some of the comments? We've got comments. Dean, what's
Sure.
happening? Great to see you here.
Where?
So where were we? Yeah, do you guys have any places for karting? Yes, we do. Go-karting we have in Fayal. We've got the outdoor track in São Roque do Fayal on the northeast side of Madeira. It's an outdoor track. It's fantastic when they're not doing racing on the weekend. And when it's not raining, then you can find yourself there for... The last time I was there was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It's 10 euros for every 10 minutes. I'm assuming that now would be just slightly more than that.
It is. It is.
Have you been there lately?
Not lately. I miss it so
Okay.
much.
There's another track under the airport in Santa Cruz. That's more of like an indoor track, even though because it's outdoor, it's under the runway of the airport. Excuse me, it's the gin. There is that track as well. So there are go-karting tracks. So yes, you can definitely do that. There is the best island in the world, period. So diverse, offers everything. Can I have a job, please? André Evans. Andrea, you may have a job if you have something of value to offer to myself and to Hit the Road Madeira. So send in your CV. Let me know what you're doing and how you can make me some money. Then who knows, right? However, I must say right now that we aren't looking for anyone in particular right now because, you know, I'm still like wrapped up in a sling. But in the future, I hope that, yes, I will be able to provide jobs to people who want them, who are looking for work. So, yes, why not? Boa tarde, caríssimos vilhões. Carlos Nóbrega, boa tarde. Do we know Carlos? Do you know Carlos? Am
Carlos
I supposed to know
Nóbrega.
Carlos? I'm sorry if I don't know who you are, Carlos. But boa tarde, my friend. And to you, cheers. Who we got there? Men get to be 7 and then only grow in size. Evan, I'm a bit stuck on that one. Men get to be 7 and then only grow in size. What does that mean? I don't know where that is in the conversation. Anyway, Gezing, Jen, Jackie, yes it is. Steve, Chef, glad to see you doing well. The channel is great too. I've been watching for a while. Miss your face and hopefully cross the next time I'm over. Hopefully, buddy. Peace and love, Steve from Legs 11. Steve, I miss you, man. We miss your coffee. Say hi to Ash. Give her a big hug. Ash, if you're watching, we miss you and we love you both. Please let us know when you're in town. I want to look after you guys. Las Vegas, Bruno, hell yeah. Does garlic pork go well with poncha din din? Yes, it does. Richard, I did a tour with Fernando about 10 days ago. What a great tour. Can't wait to come back in September to do it again. Thanks for all the great info. Thank you, Richard. Fernando is an absolute rock star. He's been rocking our sunrise tours and he's been doing a very good job since I've been gone. So yes, and he's of course part of the team now for a while. So can't go wrong with Hit the Road Madeira. And Tarodine, glad you're here, man. I'm gonna see you soon. Yeah, wrapped up. So a couple more weeks, bud. Karting place you're talking about is near a bridge. Yes, it is near a bridge. The karting place. Bruno, anyone rents classic cars in Madeira? Thanks. Yes, they do. We rented a classic car for my brother's wedding a couple of weeks ago. I can find out who. Just let me know. Send us an email. We'll find out. But yes, there are people who rent out classic cars. Not cheap and also not very practical. You know, they're kind of tough to drive. Those old classic cars, especially in Madeira. So it really only depends on what you want it for. Again, send me an email. I can help you with that stuff. My Castle Life, amazing channel, my friend. Amazing channel, my friend. Keep it up, amazing work. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate it. Evan Jones, in a video you recommend hiking poles. Yes, we'd have to check a bag to bring them. Could you maybe ship them to you guys and pick them up there? You can buy them from Decathlon for like $5. In fact, maybe I could even find some for you. Put it in the comment section of when you book your tours and we can help you with that. Fabiano Portugal, hello Jeff. Hello Fabiano, one of our Patreon members. By the way, all of you guys, if you want to send us a tip, you can, right? I actually made sure, this is all for show. It's just so that we can show up like some pity and get some poncha money. So bring out your wallets and if each one of you guys gives us €1, you know, we're already onto something. Anyway, enough joking aside. Fabiano, it's good to have you here. I hope to see you soon. If it's not me, I'm sending you the best I got. And of course, we're in touch via WhatsApp and Patreon. So yes, good things. And I am looking forward to meeting you, bud. So yeah, thanks for being here. Bruno. Bruno D, thanks. Muito obrigado. Thank you, Bruno. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jason. Thanks for being here. Celia, glad that you're doing well. Can't believe that I'm going to be in Madeira tomorrow night. Looking forward to Hit the Road Madeira Sunset Tour. Woohoo, you're going to have a great time. You're most probably going with Hugo, which is a ball of fun. So I can't confirm that right now because I don't know what the schedule's looking like, but most probably, actually I can confirm that tomorrow. Did she say, Celia? Let's see if you are in fact booked with us.
Confirm it. Confirm it.
Let's see if it's somebody just pretending. Can't believe I'm going to be in Madeira tomorrow night. Looking forward to the sunset tour. When is the sunset tour, Celia? When is it? When is it? Is it on Saturday? Am I giving out too many? Yes, Hugo. You'll be with Hugo, Celia. You're going to have a great time. It should be awesome. Okay, so we've got, I think we're waiting for more comments.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I have some more stuff for you to react if you want to.
Oh, you do? Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. So
Okay, let me open
we
this
didn't
up.
want to be just answering questions, just talking away. So we're bringing in some entertainment. André is showing me some things that I might not have seen because all I've been doing for the last 4 weeks is playing PlayStation and putting ice on my shoulder. Not, of course, not all of it. There's still been work.
Oh, we got okay.
We got Poncha.
We got Poncha.
Chris Benson, thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Money going towards Poncha. And cheers to you, my friend. And I'm going to send somebody to make some more gin tonics.
Okay, we have something here. I'm sorry for the automatic translator, but
That's fantastic. Don't put Madeira Island in Google.
Yeah, don't put Madeira. It's like woods.
Wood. So tell
Okay.
me, what is that? What are we looking at?
Madeira among the big winners of the top 10 Portuguese wines. So
Nothing surprising.
nothing surprising, right?
Madeira was once the most popular wine in the world, most popular wine in America up until Prohibition. So Madeira wine was kind of a big deal. It's mentioned in Shakespeare, and we all know all of the history, especially those of you who have been watching this channel. So yes, Madeira wine is the business. And yes, I'm very happy the Madeira wine is up there. There are other things that are going to be making a comeback. First of all, we got the gin from Reizinho and coming up in next week's episode, and we've got more things to show you. So yeah.
Okay, next thing we have another controversial thing.
Controversy, jeez.
It's about Ponta de São Lourenço.
Will be paid?
Being paid, yeah, will be paid.
Again, same stance that I have with regards to Cabo Girão, that people are paying to enter into natural parks and into touristic places. What do I call these touristic points of interest, should I say? All for it, as long as the money goes to something that is sustainable and that helps the island. You know, if people, paying like a carbon footprint kind of thing, then I'm all for it. Yes, maybe again it'll help with the crowds because Ponta de São Lourenço is getting very crowded. Madeira is getting very crowded. Madeira is in fashion, and that's, for us, it's fantastic. But we also have to have a long-term vision so that we know that we're not, that we're not kind of selling ourselves short and that we're not kind of taking advantage of destroying the island. I'm all for sustainability right now. And part of that means correct pricing and correct taxation and that kind of stuff when it comes to these things and where that money goes. So yes, that's my 5 cents on Ponta de São Lourenço.
Do you think this is a question like that I have?
Yes.
Are there other Levadas or are there other touristic attractions that could be like paid like this Ponta de São Lourenço route?
Yeah, I think that 25 fonts should be paid. I think even maybe Caldeirão Verde, but I don't know, it's a tough one. I think that there should be another kind of system in place. For instance, where somebody comes on board and maybe gets if you pay for something, that you get something. So I've had a little idea, which I'll put out there here for anyone who's watching, of some kind of a GPS tracker that you can put on your arm. So if you, for instance, when you come into the airport, you pay like €3 or something and you get a GPS tracker on your arm. And, that'll prevent people getting lost in Levadas. this kind of stuff, and then that way you're still kind of putting money towards something again, so the Levadas could be well maintained and things like that. It's also that the money is used correctly. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. I don't think any visitor is worried about paying 1 or 2 euros to do a hike, as long as they know that the money is going to somewhere that is going to show value later. So yes. Is there another one, Andrea?
Yes, just the last one for
Last
this
one, and we're
time
coming
is
back into
from
the comments.
JM. It's the fact that in a world where like sustainability is more important than ever,
Yes.
Madeira certified as sustainable tourist destination by a world entity.
Yes, that's obviously fantastic. Of course, this is like the way of the corporate world, to give us like social proof. You know, I don't think we need awards for sustainability, but this happens a lot in our industry. And I think that, of course, if people are doing such things, then they should be rewarded for that and should be acknowledged. So if that kind of stuff is happening, again, I'm not a politician. I'm not in politics. Maybe later I will be, who knows? You know, I consider myself too young and too inexperienced to be in politics. So I couldn't answer that question in a much deeper sense. But yes, you know, I think that we should all be looking for sustainability, especially those people who have responsible titles such as ministers of travel, tourism, ministers of education, ministers of forests, presidents, entrepreneurs, tourism leaders. It's up to all of us to be, you know, focused on sustainability and to grow together. And I have some plans, and hopefully further down the line, I can get some of these plans out there, because a big part of me wants to give back. So I've got some ideas, and those will come out later. But yes, that's my thoughts on these things.
Okay, that's pretty much it for now.
That's it for now. Let's get back in the comments. We've got a couple of questions there. Jason De Jesus, that's you, just the last one I saw right there. I'm originally from Boksburg, the East Rand in South Africa, Johannesburg, South Africa. Grew up in a Portuguese community, and my grandparents are from Madeira. There's a video on our channel all about that, and all about the story about why people went to South Africa. For those of you who don't know, there's a lot of Portuguese people, especially Madeiran people in South Africa. In fact, there's more Madeirans in South Africa than in Madeira, so according to the census and stuff like that. So yes, your parents are from Madeira. Jason, where are you from? And let's check out some other questions. We'll be back with you. Raymond's inspiration: here in Holland, the situation is terrible. The fascism is killing people. Yeah, hey Raymond, like, I'm sorry, that's just so far out of my perspective. What am I calling the spectrum? I'm a good vibes only kind of person, and again, not very political. And yeah, look, I know that there's some troublesome things happening in the world, and the only thing I can say is, you know, I feel for all of them, and that every day I'm grateful for the fantastic situation that we're in. So yes. Should we scroll up? Let's scroll up. Jason's from Santana. There's a lot of us out there, my friend, and at the moment I'm from Funchal. I've been living here for the last 14 years.
This one?
Is that the latest one?
I don't know.
A lot of California people. Yes, Bruno, a lot of Americans coming over. Peter is from Stellenbosch. What's up, Peter? Andrea, did you have some awkward experiences with tourists? I have had a few, and let me get into that. Celia, Saturday 11th for your birthday. You're going to have a great time. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, this is the latest. So we
yes,
had,
so awkward experiences with tourists. You know, part of our job, actually a huge part of our job, is getting to know how to deal with people. So, you know, we're in the cars. We've got all sorts of people around us, you know, from all different cultures, from all different walks of life, different ages, different sizes, also different mentalities. You know, we've got people who are quiet and shy, and we've got people who are extroverted and outgoing. And then every now and then we have people that have difficulties, you know, disabilities, illnesses, allergies even. So, and yes, and personalities, definitely. You know, all of us are different. I think just like any other job, we encounter all sorts of people, and we have to be, of course, we have to be the experts in knowing how to deal with people and their, unfortunate situations, and to make them better. We always try and leave people better than we found them. It's part of our philosophy at Hit the Road. We are positive thinking people, and we try and spread love and joy. Of course, it's much easier doing that in a Land Rover in a beautiful, island in the middle of the Atlantic. We can show off our beautiful island and make people feel good. It's easy, but yes, every now and then people get through some tough times. So yes, I've had some guests. I had one lady, for instance, who was now a dear friend of mine, and she had a bad experience with one of our sunrise tours because we went up to the sunrise and it was cloudy and rainy. It wasn't me, it was Fernando. And Fernando went down and he found a plan B, and they did plan B, and they went here and they went there. And it was a great tour. I spoke to everybody else, and I spoke to Fernando, and I kind of got the idea of what was happening, because I am very hands-on on my business. You guys might think that I'm just a YouTuber, but in fact, I am running a tour company, and we are very demanding on ourselves and on what Hit the Road Madeira is. So I had a chat with Fernando, and unfortunately she had a bad, she didn't see the sunrise that she had dreamed of, being above the clouds and all that kind of stuff, because she was commemorating a special day. And she explained that all to me, and I felt bad, and I gave her a discount to go and have dinner or lunch or dinner on me. I was like, listen, I'm giving you some money back. Go and have lunch. And then she went on TripAdvisor and gave me like a 3-star review and said how the weather was bad and she got a discount. And I was like, what? This wasn't exactly what we spoke of. But, she got her trip, offered her a trip because she was in a special situation. And she came back, she did the trip. We got to know each other. She got the sunrise that she was looking for. She cried up at the top there. I almost cried with her. And of course, that's karma coming back to me, really, because she criticized me and I let her in. I said, come back, let's fix it. And she took the review down, which is awesome. And then wrote another 5-star review. So yeah, and we've got stories. What's most important about all of our stories is that we always try 2 things. Nuno, what are our 2 things? Do the best.
Have fun.
No, oh God. So almost fired. Almost fired live on YouTube. My 2 things, you know them, man. No stress.
Satisfaction.
Oh my God, we got to write them down. This guy's gonna get tests. Just got yourself in the dog box, my friend. 2 things. Try your best. Keep them safe. And that's what we do. So yeah. All of that for all of that. Where are we on there? Bland. Hello, Bland. I just saw your name.
I have
Great
no
to see
idea
you.
where we are.
Yeah, you got to go up a little bit. So we got a couple of comments. We're gonna jump back into the comments.
Jeff, how the shoulder body?
How's the shoulder, Tony? What's happening, Tony? Yes,
Maybe this one?
it's recovering.
Yeah,
so,
this one.
How's the shoulder? Yeah, it's recovering. I got another week of it being wrapped up, and next week I start physio. Hopefully another 3 weeks I'm driving. Hopefully another 6 weeks I'm working, and hopefully another 12 weeks I'm swimming and gymming and that kind of stuff. What's next? I want to come to Madeira end of the year, and I hope to know you and to have a great trip, Raymond. I hope so too, my friend. Join our Patreon account, because that's where you're gonna get all the new stuff. In a little bit, I'm gonna tell you guys about all the new stuff that's coming, so it's gonna be super awesome. What have we got? Do we have something after Raymond?
After Raymond,
Yes.
we have
Sacramento, California. Tony, I don't know.
probably.
Had a great time with Fernando today. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Birch. I'm glad. Fernando's an epic guide. A very, very, very awesome human being. I'm very grateful to have him on my team and as a friend. Can you speak Spanish too? Because mine English is not so good when I come to visit Madeira. Maybe Fernando can, but me, I don't think you want to hear me speaking Spanish, my friend. Evan, just want to say thanks for the content. Your videos are gorgeous and you send lots of good vibes out to the world. Thank you, Evan. And good luck with booking those tours. Again, if you need help, just send me an email and I can help you. Snowman Flo, good to see you around, bud. Great to have you here. Hey, Jeff, and beautiful evening. Get well soon. Thanks, buddy. You too. Have a great evening. And I hope to see you soon as well. Do you have more comments, Sandra?
Sorry, just looking something up.
Another gin tonic, babe? Yes, please. Veronica's
What's your favorite place in Madeira? I think it's
favorite place in Madeira? Home. So I'm in my favorite place in Madeira. It's at home. I love being at home. I love being my time off. I'm a very extroverted person. I love to be around people. I love to be in a party. I love to be outdoors. But I really value my time at home, my own time where I can, you know, kind of just focus and process everything. So yes, home is my favorite place in Madeira. Hi Jeff, so this is from Ganim. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi Jeff, my wife and I are moving to Madeira from Porto on Monday. Congratulations. Can't wait to explore all of the 4x4 trails and amazing views. Yes, with us, with professionals, before you go out there on your own. We binge watched all your Madeira videos while to make our decision. That's an honor. And yes, every now and then I get these kinds of comments of people who say that they've moved to Madeira because of us, André, and that is scary. But also it's it's an enormous pleasure, and I couldn't be any more grateful to hear those kinds of words. So Ganim, we've got a fantastic product out there for you as well. If you've just moved out here, if you want to join our Patreon account, for only 95 euros a month, you get access to us to help you move in. And that means weekly messages, it means live videos, it means resources that I'm busy getting together. I'm going to tell you all about that in the next couple of minutes once we've gone through the comments about all the new stuff that's going on. But for instance, you can see in the last week's video, I've been helping one of our clients with their house. And I can show you messages from today, screenshots of photos and designs and budgets and colors and people who are doing construction on their homes, people who are looking for things, people who are looking for cars. I've already had Annika ask her one question. I'm helping another friend looking for another car. So if you need help getting to know the island, getting to know what it's like living in Madeira, sign up to our Patreon for a couple of months and pick our brains about living in Madeira. I'm going to have all the time in the world to do that for you. So more about that in a couple of minutes. We're going to get back to some more questions. The cat tax has been paid. Yes, she did in fact. Ah, there she is. She's there with us. Can we see the cat?
We can.
So that is Sharona after the song, Mama Sharona. That's Sharona over there. I don't know why, it just was the first song that came to my mind. When I saw it, and I was like, that's Sharona. So the cat tax has been paid. Raymond, how is the weather in October and September? Is it too cold or not? No, it is not. Again, depending on where you're coming from, but I mean, it's technically winter. It's going to be spring soon. When is it, 23rd? Do you know? 23rd of March is the first day of spring? 21st of March, first day of spring. So technically it's still winter, and I'm beachside, and I've been living in shorts and t-shirts. So pretty good. The cat tax has been paid. So I'm looking at any news on the Hit the Road Madeira food tour? Yun, no. Unfortunately, the van is still being repaired. And we're looking at a deadline of end of March for bodywork and paint, which means then it goes to mechanics and upholstering. And the biggest obstacle ahead of me for the food tour is the van. So the van is coming, and the first people to get news of that will be on Patreon. Again, I'll be going into that in a second. But yes, it's coming. We've got an awesome name, which I can't tell you. And we've got an awesome concept for a couple of good things. We're getting into food. We're getting into hiking. It's going to be awesome. Trust me. Next, Yun. Do you have anything after Yun?
No.
No?
It's up to date.
Cool. So let me get into Patreon just real quick. I've been on Patreon for the last year. For those of you who don't know, could we bring up like yeah, so André is going to show you guys what the main page of Patreon looks like. It's a subscription service, so you pay per month. However, if you can pay 1 month, take what you need and leave. I'm not stressed. The minimum to get in is €4.50. And before anyone gets into me, I'm not a gambler and we're not running a casino. But one lucky Patreon member in 2023 is going to get an all expenses paid vacation to Madeira in 2024, excluding flights. So that's accommodation and tours by us, hit the road style. We're still deciding on what it is. But last year's guests, Melanie and Grover, who are going to be joining us this year on the big walk. So they won themselves 2 spaces on the big walk, accommodation, transport, guide, and some food included for 10 days in Madeira. All right. This was for sale for $2,500 a couple, and these guys won it. So that could be you guys. We are picking somebody this year to win something like that for 2024. So that should be immediately a no-brainer. Second, you get a unique discount code for Hit the Road. So you're going to get 15% off anything booked through hittheroadmadeira.com if you're a Patreon member, if you're a current Patreon member while you make the booking. So let us know. And then, of course, there's the Moving to Madeira section, which is like the VIP section of our Patreon account. And inside there, you're going to get access to all sorts of new resources. Again, because I'm all wrapped up, there's things coming out here. And this is my journal. So I bought a brand new journal for my post-op recovery so that I can start getting all of my admin work in process. And basically, what we're doing is we're taking the last year of experience of what I've been doing for my Moving to Madeira clients. Between the months of June and September, more or less, we were fully booked. So even if you wanted to join, you couldn't. There's only 10 people on that tier because I can't help everybody. And I thought the 10 was more than enough, and it is to help people move. So all of the benefits are all there, and that's where you're going to find all of the new stuff. And that's where I'm going to be spending my next 4 weeks. So for all of you who are coming on vacation, this is where you're going to find the first of the secret tours. All right, so the secret tours coming, the food tours that Yoon mentioned, that's where they'll be coming. They'll be coming to our Patreon members. So sign up for Patreon. It's only €4.50 a month, and you can pay us a poncha to bring you some good content. You might win a vacation, and you're going to get to know about all of our secret plans, missions. You're also going to get access to our guide that's going to give you all of the best restaurants, music venues, all of our partners that we work with. So if you want to do canyoning, if you want a taxi, if you want, if you want to go on a catamaran, if you want to do like quad bike tours or whatever, all the people that we work with, all the professionals that I work with are all in this list. And all you need to do to get access to that is pay us a poncha. So it's really not that bad. You also get slotted into the Facebook group if you use Facebook a lot. And that is for Hit the Road Tour clients and patrons only. So yeah, joining Patreon is a very good idea for any Madeira lover, anyone who's coming out. So you're going to get loads of value, careful love, and you're going to get access to all of this stuff. We have helped people in the past who have been wanting to renovate their homes, who've been wanting to buy apartments, who've been wanting to, for instance, I was selling my apartment. I'm still selling my apartment, but that story is on Patreon. So first people to know and first people to get in touch of all these things. And I've got some really, really great resources to write up about, building versus buying, D7 versus Golden Visa, who are the people to speak to, buying a car in Madeira, all that kind of stuff for the people moving to Madeira. For people coming on vacation, there are some other resources that I've been thinking about. I don't know if I wrote them down right here, but basically there are other stuff coming, like camping in Madeira, routes for camping in Madeira, also all the tour guide stuff. I've got some ideas for sunrises that I think might be very valuable to you guys. So there is all of that happening. Yeah, so what else have we got here? We've got some comments.
We got
Let's
some
do
comments.
some comments.
And we
Let's get
have
the
three more things for you to react.
to react. Let's go to
see.
the comments first, and then we're going to react, and then it's probably going to be time to wrap it up.
Comments.
So guys, get in your last questions because we're not going to be here the whole evening.
Okay,
We've already been an hour or so.
maybe this.
I hope you guys are all getting value from this. Where
Have
are
you
we?
read this?
From Raymond onwards, yeah.
Okay.
From Yoon onwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is snowing in the UK tomorrow. Oh my God. I love the UK, by the way. We were supposed to be there last year, and unfortunately COVID took that away from us. So can't wait to be out there. Vanim, have you thought about leading trail rides, exploring for those who have 4x4s? I have thought of something like that. And again, that's going to be coming up on our Patreon because we want to bring out a new tour, which is a secret tour. And I'm going to bring it out there right now, which is what we call the Exploration Tour. And the Exploration Tour is kind of, it's like a team day. So I don't know if you guys have seen any videos that we've done on team days. But once a month, what we do is we get together as a team and we do, little explorations of Madeira so that we can find new spots, new trails. Believe it or not, Madeira is big enough that there are new and different places. And you can come and hang out with the whole team. So it's me, Hugo, Nuno, Tiago, André if he wants to come, if he can come, if he's not filming. But Veronica, of course, whoever's going to be around there at the Hit the Road team, couple of Jeeps, and now people can join us on these exploration tours. We're going to be doing barbecues and stuff with them. All of that is coming to Patreon. Thank you, love. It's coming to Patreon. So the first people are going to know about the secret tours, and probably the only ones are going to be our Patreon members. So I hope that helps. And of course, there'll be resources about that as well. Yes. So Fabiana, so Jeff, you know you were scheduled to do the 8-hour private tour in April. Yes, I do know that. This will be the first time the Portugals will visit Madeira, and it's going to be a tourism scouting kind of trip. Yes, Fabiana, what do you recommend? We've done this, I've done this many times because last year we did the vlog and we did a lot of content about living in Madeira, buying in Madeira. So people wanted to see, people wanted to spend the day picking my brain about that. So I'm already quite, please don't disconnect anything, babe.
It's a move.
Okay, so I can't see the screen anymore. Okay, there we go.
Now you can.
So where was I? So the tour.
This?
So I would recommend the tour of the Southwest. So that's checking out Campanario, Cabeda Brava, Ponta do Sol, Caleta, Ponta do Pargo, and all of that kind of thing. Because there's a lot of things to talk about the south part of the island, which is where we usually think you're going to be living. But we also need your information and your input on this. And again, if I can drive, I will be your driver. If I can't drive, you're getting my #1 man, all right? So don't worry about it. You're going to have a great time. And if I can't drive you, we will have a coffee or a lunch or something. So it's all good. Don't worry about that. Mark, so good to see you. Thank you for all of the kind words. So good to have people like Mark in my life, and I appreciate all of you who are clients turned friends turned clients. Thank you so much for all of your support. And Mark, let's see. Nice to see you on the screen, Jeff. Speedy recovery. Greetings to the cameraman, André. And we are back in 4 weeks. Keeping up good work. Mark and Helen from the UK. Cheers, guys. This one's for you guys. And can't wait to have you back. You let me know when you're here, of course. Sounds amazing, awesome. Veronica, Mark Kettle says hello. I don't know if you remember Mark Kettle.
Yes, I do.
You do. She remembers you, Mark. Actually, there's more chance that Veronica's going to remember someone
Hey, Mark.
than I will, you know?
Yeah.
Because my memory is like horrible. Is that a question? One of our Patreon members are on there. How are we doing there? Do we have one more thing to talk about, Andrea? Do we have something else? Or do we have any more comments? Guys, get in your last comments. We're going to start wrapping things up.
We don't have more, new comments, but
Okay.
we do have things for you to react
Okay,
while
so-
we wait for the last comments.
All right.
So first things first is the fact that Madeira now is part of the Portuguese state initiative to list UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and Levadas is like
It's going to be...
It's gonna be there,
Yeah,
apparently.
so they've been talking about that for a couple of years.
so it's the candidate. for
People
UNESCO.
trying to put the Levadas as a World Heritage. I'm all for it. I think when you go out and you do some of these Levadas, when you do the Levadas that are kind of that are used as infrastructure, and when I say that, I say that there are, of course, Levadas were built to transport water around the island, not tourists, right? So people who come out here to do what we call Levada walks, right? These are the trails that run alongside the water channels that are very beautiful. But when we look at some of those water channels and some of the architecture and engineering that goes behind this kind of thing that happened, you know, the first Levada was built in the 1400s, 1470s or 1480s. If there's any guides watching, please, you know, if you know the answer, please tell me. But Levada de Santa Luzia in Funchal, somewhere in the late 1400s, late 15th century, that was when our first Levada was built, and it was to bring water down to the sugarcane fields in Funchal for irrigation for the sugarcane market. And that was a feat of engineering once they started to actually build that out to the rest of the island, to nowadays when you've got, you know, hydroelectric power, you know, drinking water being transported to Funchal. And when you see these kinds of buildings that have been built, these structures that have been made of the Levadas, it's fascinating that some of these structures have been around for hundreds of years. And the fact that people had the know-how to do that, the expertise to do that, just goes to show how much intelligence and how intellectual our ancestors were. You know, I'm very proud of being Madeiran blood. I wasn't born in Madeira, but my grandparents are all from Madeira, and I've got 100% Madeiran blood. And I'm very, very proud of being Madeiran, not only because we've got, you know, so much talent here on the island that I see on a daily basis, but I think the Madeirans are very, very intelligent, and the Levadas and all of our history behind that proves that. And you're going to hear all of this in this channel. There are some great things coming at Hit the Road Madeira. We're very excited for this year, and I wish I could share them with you all now, but I will be sharing with them. I will be sharing with all of our Patreon members. So if you want to get to know us better, if you want to be involved in all of this, then head on to our Patreon account. There'll be a link connected down at the bottom.
So
Chris,
this,
we got a
this is
question.
true. This is true. I heard there's a new book about the Levadas available at a store in Funchal. This is true.
Yes, and I think that book is written by a friend of mine called Marco, who is the leader of a local hiking group called Amigos de Natureza, the Friends of Nature. And these guys, every second Sunday, they do a hike. It's a group of local hikers. And these guys do proper hikes. You know, we did a few of them a couple of years ago. I was connected with these guys, and I did a couple of hikes with these guys, and it was like 25 kilometers plus every day, uphill, downhill, whatever. These guys are awesome. If anyone, and I swear, the things I learned from these people was crazy. So if it's that book, then I want to read that book. Do you want to check? I think his name is, let me check. I will, while I'm talking, I'm going to find the name for you here.
Maybe I can
It's
find
Marco, and Neil is watching me live on YouTube. Neil, good to see you. And you want to accompany us on a team discovery tour between May 16th and June 12th. Yes, Neil, most definitely. We're going to start. I actually wanted to do that today already with Elisa to check out our calendar so we can start booking these tours in. But the first ones will be coming to Patreon very soon.
Okay, I think I got it.
You think you got it?
I think I got it, but I can't translate
there we
it
go. Marco
automatically.
Livrament.
Marco Livrament, yes.
Fantastic reference in hiking in Madeira, and he knows a lot about the island.
For some reason,
I would definitely read his book.
Yeah.
So, Chris, yes, definitely a good idea. O Regnidor. Oh, excuse me, guys.
Boa noite from Monte.
Yeah, boa noite. I don't know how to say your name. Regnidor.
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 Regnidor. I don't know.
Boa noite from Mont. We love Mont.
Okay, I have some more
and
things.
There was another question about spiced rum over there.
Yes.
Does Madeira produce any spiced rum? Spiced? That is a question for next week. I will try and remember that question when we are at Reizinho, who is the guy who's made our gin. So just for everyone who's joined us, the bottle has disappeared.
Let me get it for you. I
think Veronica actually she's a bit OCD. She likes to have everything in the right place. So I think she's already put it in its rightful place.
Let me show it.
Watch the cable. Yeah.
Let me try and show it. Okay. Yeah.
That's Reizinho. That's some brand new gin from Madeira. So we do have gin that's made in Madeira. It's not the first gin in Madeira, but I do believe that he was the first person to make gin in Madeira. As far as I know, he sold all the gin. But again, don't fact check me on that one, because we all like to say we were the first. Like I was the first, local YouTuber to go live. Actually, no, maybe André was. But we like to say we were the first, and I don't like to say that kind of stuff too lightly. But I believe that Pedro from Reizinho was the first one to make gin, and now he's bottled it.
Let me show it again. Now it's bigger for everyone there to see. Yeah. Now you can see it better.
I can confirm that it is in fact delicious.
It is.
So thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Reizinho.
Okay.
And yes, I would definitely read that book. Miri, boa noite. Yeah, you will see all the new stuff on Patreon. We've currently got, just so you guys know, we've got about 40-something patrons. I think it's 44. And it's a work in progress, but people stick around. So if they stick around, it means that there's value, right?
Okay.
And yeah, there will be way more coming. So
we have this for you to react.
Okay, fresh.
From an international news source. I don't know, I can't recognize this.
Yeah, we're going to stick around for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, read it, please.
Fresh warning to those planning trips to Spain, Portugal, and Italy this summer, and what to be aware of. Okay.
And in the Portugal section, there's something that's a little bit problematic in my opinion, which is like this.
Okay, as well as the threat of wildfires. Okay, it warns of the rising crime rates in Portugal. Pickpocketing, handbag snatching, theft. Pay close attention to your personal belongings at tourist attractions.
I think this is ridiculous,
transport.
personally.
Okay, I think, first of all, I think that kind of stuff comes as normal when it comes to big touristic attractions. When I was going through Europe and I stopped in Barcelona, it was like every second or third person was telling me, watch your stuff, watch your stuff, watch your stuff. I don't find that Madeira is getting anywhere near that. Maybe Portugal in general is, if you can't compare places like Porto and Lisbon to Madeira. Madeira is still reasonably small. We still have reasonably low levels of tourism when you compare it to the bigger cities, when you compare it to Portugal in general, even if you compare it to the Canary Islands. The Canary Islands gets as much as 5 times more travelers than Madeira. So, you know, I can't remember the numbers recently, but when I was interested in that kind of stuff, I remember seeing that there were more or less, give or take, between 1 to 2 million people coming to Madeira per year on cruise ships and on planes. Again, don't fact check me on this, but it was somewhere around that number, and Canary Islands was on like 5 million, 6 million. So like, okay, maybe not 5 times, but more people. So I still don't think that Madeira doesn't feel like it's out of control to me. I feel very safe in this place, extremely safe in this place, especially when I come from South Africa. I feel much more at unease when I'm in London, you know, than when I'm in Madeira. And that's not hating on London. I love being in the UK. But yeah, I don't think that Madeira's got this kind of problem. I think if you want to be nitty-gritty, maybe we're 5% up in crime, maybe, you know, but then again, I'd be surprised if the whole world wasn't. So when it comes to inflation, crime, all this kind of stuff, I think it's, you know, like that everywhere. So I don't think that we're out of control. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I would not be aware of that, you know. I'd say be careful as you would be on any other place. You know, don't be flashing around, you know, like your fancy watches and gold bracelets, you know, because that's just not a very smart thing to do. So
Might be too late, but ending on a high note.
yes.
Yes, Madeira tourism closes 2022 with 9.6 million overnight stays and a record income.
Well, so you just thrashed my numbers there. I was saying 1.2, 9.6 million overnight stays.
Overnight stays.
That's crazy. That's a lot more than it used to be.
Incredible.
A lot more than it used to be. Wow. So that just basically puts a hole through my whole hypothesis of crime and stuff.
Look at the total income.
8 million, 500. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. It's like I got a very, very small piece of that. I wish it was a lot more, but yeah, plus 91% than 2021, which the first 6 months don't really count, which means, yeah, I mean it's I guess it almost doubles my figure of what I said before, 2 to 4 million, 96% of that is another 2 to 4 million. If it is 4 million, then 8 million, 9 million. Still, I'm quite sure that there's other places that are getting many, many more. But that number looks pretty high. And yes, it goes to what I say, Madeira is in fashion. And one of the biggest tips that I can give to people, if you are coming out here, book early. You know, we're getting married soon, and we had to book a hotel night for the bride and all that kind of stuff. We were looking for a hotel for 3 rooms in September over a couple of days. And a lot of the hotels that we had already thought of, that we thought we wouldn't mind going there or going there or going there, were already fully booked September. Fully booked in the sense that they couldn't help us. So if we're already having problems, then you guys are going to have problems. If you're coming this year to Madeira, book everything in advance. This is not me trying to sell my tours, trying to, like, you know, convince you of something that's not real. Like, I'm not bullshitting you here. I'm saying that everything in Madeira will sell out in the summer, so make sure to book in advance. That's all.
Look at this, many French in December, but it was the German market that grew the most in 2022.
That's surprising. I would have put my money on the American-Canadian markets. Although I do know that that market went up quite a bit anyway. But yes, do you have any more questions?
No questions so
No
far.
questions?
So,
Guys, how many people do we have watching?
let me see. 37.
37. To all 37 of you guys watching, I want to say thank you. Bye, Sharona. Legend, Evan. Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you who are sticking around watching this. I know there's some of you that are good friends and good clients of ours, so thank you. Good night to everyone. I hope I didn't miss any of your questions. I hope there's value in this to all of you who are watching afterwards. Don't know about Madeira Zone for branding, also Madeira wine. Yes, Elizabeth, that is true. We are known for our Madeira wine. You're going to find all of that kind of information on our channel. Like and subscribe to Hit the Road Madeira. We're going to be showing you all of that kind of stuff. And yes, lots of great things coming soon. And I will be back on the road soon. André, thank you for all your hard work. And what do we say?
Let's hit the road.
Let's hit the road. See you guys around.